at 6 o'clock with the alarm. Fell back asleep, lost power. Oh well. The only shame of it is I woke up at all after that. But yeah, I've been cruising the vintage go-kart sites, the forums. Joined 2 of them, to find out more information and figure, I'm doing this while I'm sitting there and I have nothing to do. And I learned one thing: don't mention a 4-stroke on a vintage go-kart site. That's like walking into church naked. You're gonna get a bad reaction really fast. I mean, name-calling reactions. So, and I learned that the track I'm supposed to go up to, the guy that runs the event, won't even look, consider, or let you touch, feel, or put on the track a 4-stroke. He doesn't care how far you drove with it. He won't let you put it on a test lap. He won't let you do anything. He'll never let you start it or put it on. Which I found very sad, because the 4-strokes are around as long as the 2-strokes. Back in the day, they raced also, but they don't consider them, in their eyes, as vintage karting. As you know, I'm a lot more familiar with those than the others, even though I did have, I did race a 250R. That was back in '89. But it's a shame too, because I was really trying to wiggle around not buying a 2-stroke. Just use one of the motors I had and just have fun. We forgot about the fun part. I guess they don't consider this fun. Well, just check my emails before I run in to meet the guys. Seems like I stirred up a load of crap with the 2-stroke and 4-stroke thing on the forum. Holy God. You talk about people that are, as my father would say, thickening shit. Woo! Damn! I don't know. Like I said to them, I just left a comment on there. I was like, listen, I'm new to the site. I'm a vintage mini bike guy, and I left my criteria of when we raced and what we raced back in the day. My racing of my quad that I didn't really talk much about. And I told them I'm new to the site. I'm not looking to, I'm trying to fit in. And I said I'm just unfamiliar with the engines. Buying one of these engines is a very big commitment for anybody. And I'd hate to spend all this money on an engine and wind up with a 4-horsepower engine. I said, I don't see the point, being that I have these engines sitting at home. I don't see what the problem is putting one of these engines on there and driving around during the practice laps. Not competing, just to have the cart out there. You should be privileged to have the cart out there. You should be, you should be ecstatic another one's gonna appear again. And just to get some seat time in it, not looking to race nobody, compete with anybody, say that this is better than that, just driving around. And they don't even want to hear them start, let alone, they won't even let you go around the track. And I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I said, I understand the rules are the rules. I'm not trying to buck the rules. But I don't see the problem with putting one of these engines on. They are vintage. They're old, or as old as the kart. I don't see the problem putting one on and getting some seat time in the kart and learning more about the sport and learning what would be the correct engine for me to buy. I said, I can't stand there and buy 5-6 of these engines. I don't have that kind of money. And then pick and choose the engine I want, then switch over, and then maybe, do some of the races. I don't see the problem in that. I'm not asking anybody to bend the rules. I just, it's like me digging out the wagon and going to a vintage car meet. as long as it passes tech, you can make as many practice runs as you want. When it comes to competing, then they got to stick you in a class. If you choose no, or there is no class for you, or whatever it is, then you walk away. You call it good. But as long as the wagon will pass tech, I don't see the problem with racing that down the track either. You know what I mean? It'd be like getting there and them telling me, well, your engine's off by 1 year and you're not allowed to even go down a practice lap. Well, what's the point? You would think that with some of these vintage events, the more people you can attract to it, the better. Because let's face it, guys, I've seen what these people look like, and this I'm not poking any offense, so don't take it wrong, but a lot of these guys are in their 70s and 80s, and they have people from the 50s and 60s, in their 50s and 60s driving the carts for them because they can't get in and out of them anymore. There are no young people in it, so the sport's gonna die with you if you become that pig-headed and arrogant about it. And that's truly how I feel. Sometimes you got to expand something, even if it's a different class. Okay, have a class for 4 strokes. Nobody shows up. You tried. Call it done. Or have a class, and run with your brung class. And if people want to do it, they do it. You know what I mean? A fun class, or just let them race in the heat lap. They're paying to get in. They're paying you. Nobody's asking for a free favor. And unfortunately, this is how things die. And they're going to die with these 80-year-old people. And that's a shame. Because to me, it doesn't matter if it's go-kart racing or, I don't know, any other kind of sport that a certain class is locked into and won't budge. You know what I mean? Won't modernize themselves. You know what I mean? If you don't move forward, you just fall behind. And I'm not trying to talk reason with them. I only have 4 posts. I'm just telling them how other people look at it nicely, not even like this. And I will see these people on April 4th. I think it's 4th, April 4th or 5th, when I go up there for the mini bike races. That's the track we're sharing with. We're sharing with this group in particular. But not all the guys. These guys are spread out across the country. But in this, the administrator of this site is the one that holds the events there. So I am going to see these people, and I guess I won't be welcome with open arms. I don't know. I think we got to make a 2-stroke look like a 4-stroke, or a 4-stroke look like a 2-stroke, and just piss people off. See, but that's not what it's about either, guys.